Welcome, Taurus. This is your monthly focus for December 2022. We'll dive right into the astrology first. So, top of the list, we have the sun. And the sun is in your sign asking you to dig for the truth, to clarify the black from the white, the up from the down. A little bit of your primal mystic is alive and well throughout the first part of the month. So, tap into your intuition, listen to what your higher self is telling you. On December the 4th, Neptune goes stationary direct. And I think, you might have been pulling away from people for the last little while, and it's time to step back in and get to know new people, new groups of people. Okay, volunteer at something close to your house or something to start start getting with groups of people. And I see December being more people or more, maybe it's a group at work and you are brainstorming, or a group within the community. It could be your family getting together for occasions. But there's a beauty in more people around you going forward now. You see the beauty, you see the potential of wonderful relationships, happy times, great memories. For the whole month, Mars is going to be retrograde. And I think with Mars retrograding, it's in your second house. So, this is a good time not to look at new investments, but rather to maybe look at what you've already done or have been doing. What are the trends? Are you spending too much money on fast food because you never leave enough time to cook first yourself? Or I hear the dogs. They're just play fighting. Okay. But they're kind of doing the paws down on the ground and wagging their tails in the air. And anyways, I'm sorry, but they took me off sync there. So Mars is retrograde the entire month, and it is in your second house. So I'd be looking at my finances. I would be looking at maybe rebalancing the budget, seeing where you can save money, seeing where you can free up money. Maybe it's to invest, maybe it's to buy something that you've always wanted. Maybe you're working out a game plan to buy something in the future, and we're working out a solid budget in order to do that. But it's really about looking at our finances, how we spend it, how we make it work for us. Do we make it work for us? How can we make it work for us? This could be different jobs that we are looking at. This could be just investments. On the 7th of the month, December 7th, Mercury will go into Capricorn. And that is all about the adventure for you. That is all about the expansion of adventure for you. That is going to be the theme as the month grows. This will get stronger and stronger for you. Okay? So it's learning, experiences, growing your knowledge. It's about travel. It's about going forward. It's about broadening our horizons. It's about building our self-confidence and making the plan to go forward, making a strategy that is strong, that is doable. December the 8th, full moon in Gemini. Once again, it's your second house, so we're looking at finances. You may be looking at negotiations and contracts. You may be looking at the debates that are happening when it comes to your finances and how you're talking about it. What are you talking about when it comes to money? Are you talking about your debts? Are you talking about the gains, the what ifs, and the positive light? But under a full moon, we usually end up closing doors. So it might be that something that you've been like a car payment is now it's no more, and now you're looking at that money and new ways to utilize it to your successes, to your accomplishments, to your abundance. So it could be something that has been ongoing and you find now that you don't have to put the money in that spot anymore, or you give up something. You decide not to go for that coffee and newspaper every morning, and you're saving that money now and you're putting it away and you're going to utilize it for something down the road. On December the 10th, Venus will move into the Capricorn party. And so it's about our love, yes, but it's about the adventure. I really believe for you, it's more about passions and desires and wanting to go forward and have learning experiences and grow your knowledge. And, you know, it's almost like I get this little, it's kind of like risk taking, but it's new things that can come in to take a risk on, and new learning adventures. It's like you didn't even know that existed, and now you want to know all about it. December the 20th, Jupiter will enter Aries, and that is your 12th house, right? So you were looking at dreamscapes, you were looking at growing the dream, luck and spirituality, and that is such a high vibration for you for the whole month of December. So utilize that. Talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the cosmos. Absolutely. We will then have on December the 21st, the sun going into Capricorn, also marks the winter solstice. And so now we have the sun glaring on that, you know, the opportunity, the adventure. There's some kind of opportunity, there's some kind of adventure, there's some kind of learning experience that is, and you're kind of pushing it back and forth and taking this in and pushing that out, and trying to understand what you truly want to do. On December the 23rd, the new moon will be in Capricorn, and that is the time when you're actually going to take the steps forward. That's the time when you realize the plan. You get the clarity, you get the knowledge that comes in, the know-how perhaps. On December 29th, Mercury will go retrograde, and that does have to do with your finances. So I would just, double check my accounts. If you have an option to lock your cards, I would. Be extra cautious of anything that you invest in or buy. Chances are it's going to have to go back for one reason or another, especially the big ticket items. So make sure they have a good return policy before purchasing. Be very careful of that. And I think you're really going to be looking a lot at how you spend your money, how you invest your money, how you make your money work for you. I think that this is going to be a large part of your month of December for you. Okay, so let's get to the cards here fast. And our shadow card is the Two of Cups. This could be new love, new relationships. This could be new passions, new dreams, new desires. And I do believe that you will see new ideas, new things that you didn't even know existed, or you heard about it once and you were always curious about it, and now you have the opportunity to actually learn about it or become knowledgeable about it. It's this kind of stuff. So, I mean, this could be a new relationship coming in your life, and we'll look through the cards and see if that is held up when we get to the relationship sector. But for you, it's new experiences, new passions, new dreams, new desires, new opportunities, new people. We have the Moon card. This is your inner child, absolutely, and respecting and honoring your inner child. Okay, that kid that used to run around the neighborhood, still in there, with all those dreams and potential, and not really realizing how much life could beat you up and push you down and make you lower your standards in some way. And this is the time to find out what makes you happy, find out what brings you joy. It's about feeling the freedom or feeling the liberation. It's about knowing that you have magic and talents and abilities. and celebrating that. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, this is having a faith. This is, I mean, here we are. We're holding this, got the cards wrong here. We're holding this pentacle right in front of us. It's ours. No one can come and take our abundance away. Nobody can threaten. We are in full control of that abundance that we carry forward. Now, it's about going with the flow. It's about being open-minded. It's about trusting in spirit and God and your angels. Trusting that they're doing their job as you're doing your work. Right? We don't have any armor on here. We don't even have a weapon. We didn't even pack a lunch. We are going with the flow totally here. We are going and seeing where we're being led to next, knowing that our abundance will only increase and increase as we go forward. We have the Eight of Wands. Oh my gosh. So this is, I mean, my goodness. We have the Moon for letting out your inner child. Okay. So, and the shadow card was the Two of Cups, is about new passions and desires. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles saying, yeah, you can have as much as you want, but we have to go with the flow. We can't be stubborn. We can't be a little pig-headed. We can't be too much of driven on our ego and we're right and everybody's wrong and you got to do it my way or no way or the highway, because that kind of attitude is probably going to really work against you. But when you can be open to it, when you can be free to it, when you can let out that inner child and let them frolic and play and see what they come up with. But now the Eight of Wands comes here, and the Eight of Wands is all about the expansion of your horizon. That there are so many more things out there that you don't even know about yet that you are going to come across. And I heard during the following year, so I don't know why we're getting a year in here, but we are, for some reason. This is going to keep unfolding for you and unfolding for you and unfolding for you. All I can say is that journey then, that opportunity may not be a very short-lived opportunity, but a very long-lived, ginormous opportunity for you. Could be. When it comes to work and career, look at this. We're worried. We're fretting. Do we have enough money? Are we making enough money? Am I going to get a job? I can't believe what those people say. I don't get along with my coworkers. I can't stand that one person. I never got my break today. And it's all these little things that will wear you down. And it's a lot of little worries and concern. Now, I'm thinking more your financial, because your financial situation holds great weight for you for the whole month. So I'm thinking that you're worried in some way that this comes into work and career. Do you like what you're doing? Because it's not always about money, right? So do you like what you're doing? Do you want to do something different? Then go in search of it. Instead of sitting there and licking your wounds and saying, I don't like this and I don't like that, then take a risk on yourself and do something that you truly do want to do. Now, are you doing that thing that you truly want to do? Because it looks like you're under a lot of stress. So where is the stress coming from, and how can you relieve that stress? Maybe you need to delegate certain things. Maybe whatever it may be. But there's a lot of worry. There's a lot of concern here. Most of these things are not going to matter in the long run, and yet they will suck us in. There's dramas happening, perhaps. So, detach as much as you can from the negative, right? Stop, no, delete, cancel. Whenever those kinds of thoughts come, and start thinking about when it comes to making money, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, how can you grow it? How can you grow it stronger? How can you make it something that you're going to celebrate each day by your accomplishments? For love, well, we have the Hierophant for love. So this could be, since we got the Two of Cups as our shadow card, this could be, you meet somebody and you fall, it's like your best friends instantly. You seem to know each other before you're through the first conversation. You're finishing each other's sentences. It's kind of like that profound love, the match that was made in heaven, so to speak, because the Hierophant is here, and that's in many things. This is the shaman, this is the priest, this is the rabbi, this is the, use whatever, the pastor, whatever you want to use in here. But since we had the Two of Cups, it could be that, it could be a relationship that moves very quickly from just getting to know each other to moving in together or something. It could be a very strong and powerful pull between the two of you. And that doesn't mean just lovers. That could be a new best friend or somebody within the neighborhood, somebody at work, a co-worker perhaps, but there's somebody that you could be very much attracted to that really pulls you into a whirlwind kind of relationship almost. This is also, because it's in love, is to have faith. Okay, if you're not in a relationship, or if you're in a relationship that has problems in it, then have a faith that, and talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides about what you want that relationship to look like. And ask for the guidance, ask for the help, because they're there to assist you. And I think you'll get a lot of clarity with the Hierophant showing up there. Also, it's you won't like superficiality at all. That will drive you around the bend. It's got to be strong. It's got to be heartfelt. We have the Sun. So your intuition, extremely high. Talking to God, your angels, your spirit guides, extremely, extremely thin veil here. Okay, this is you. This is you getting those answers. This is you getting those epiphanies, those aha moments. You know how to move forward all of a sudden. It all just comes together. It's like, bam. So this happens when we take time to meditate, when we take time to prayer, when we take time to just breathe and be in the moment, when we take time to quiet ourselves, when we take time to get out in nature. Okay, that is the things that strengthen our vibration, our light, our energy, and of course love. Love is always part of it. And you will get clarity, you will get understanding, like you'll just get those aha moments, those epiphanies. I'm telling you, you're on fire when it comes to your spirituality and being able to tap into the clues, into the answers, into the understanding of what you need to do next. Health and well-being is the Star. Well, this is usually making the impossible possible. So when it comes to health and well-being, are you kind of looking at it like it's this giant mountain, you're way at the bottom and you can never do it? It's just too overwhelming? Because this card says you see how you can do it. How you can get on track to make yourself healthy and wealthy and wise. So this is really taking care of your health, your well-being, knowing how to do it properly. And maybe you've been trying some things in the past and they just simply haven't worked out. I think giving it a little bit of thought, you will be incredibly amazed at the answers you come up with. So maybe you've been trying to go to the gym. Maybe you're going to the gym twice a week, but you'd like to do a third day, and yet you can't really get the third day in. So try and get in something other than the gym on that third day at the beginning. Try it, a walk around the block. Okay, it's not going to take as much time as going to the gym, and you still get some kind of a little bit of a workout, and then you can kind of fit it in. You can kind of expand the space for it over time. But this is making the impossible possible. This is like having a weight problem and going to a doctor and he says, no, he says, you can't lose weight. I don't know why you're on all these diets, because you can't lose weight because it's this, and this factor. And if we address this, and this factor, that weight will come off. And so you sit down and you make a game plan and your whole life turns around. Because you're feeling more energy and more alive just because there were things in your body just not working right. And once we got them working right, you're off to the races. So it's that kind of thing. So maybe you're doing some research on it and something will pop out at you, something that maybe you should do, something calling to you. And you always thought that, maybe you're at an age where you don't think you can take up new sports, and all of a sudden there's a seniors rowing club getting together and you can. So I don't know, but there is a lot of things that you thought you couldn't do or shouldn't do, especially when it comes to your health, when it comes to your well-being. You're finding out the exact opposite, that it's very possible for you to step in that direction. Okay, we will get a rose oracle here for you. And we have open. Say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life. Open. Okay, let me get the book out. This is probably one of the biggest challenges of life, keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience, from ecstasy to agony, the joy to the grief, love to loss. We can't bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. If you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience any joy. The rose teaches us this season after season. She knows that if she doesn't surrender to each of the seasons, come summer, she won't be able to bloom. Birth teaches us this too. The safer the mother feels, the more she can open. Living and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act. As a life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as well as great love, triumphs, and adventures. When we're going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in connection, not separation. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much, we often find ourselves more separate than before. The rose shows us how to open to the world, no matter what the day brings. The card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, to expand through the extremes, and to put your 2 feet wholly and completely in. So the soul inquiry, ask yourself this month how you can say yes to life. Where have you been saying no? Where have you been closing doors? Where is it time to open doors and really step into life? And, I get this card again. This ray of sunshine, this bright vitality that just seemingly bubbles up and out of you. And it changes your world. So where can you say yes to life? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.